Hello friends and welcome to Marie Green Yoga and our 20th class of our Slow Flow Yoga series of 20 sessions. And today we have reached a session where we will only sit or lay down. So we need one strap, please, or a scarf or belt or something for outstretched leg pose, and one block later on for bridge pose. So gather anything that resembles something like that and have it close to you. And then we'll take a comfortable seat and bring in the intention of keeping it nice and calm today for our slow flow yoga together, where we will open hips and knees and backs and stretch in a nice, calm, soothing way, seated and supine. Let's bring our hands together in front of our heart and join our voices in one Om if you would like to. Take a comfortable inhale. And exhale, release the hands. And from here, we're going to meet laying down onto our backs with the strap close by. Okay, from here, let's take our knees into the chest and press the knees down, extend the lower, middle, upper back by taking the sacrum down to the mat with a slight anterior tilt on the hips. And let's circle the sacral plate one time around each way and counter. And then we'll take the right knee into the chest and extend the left leg out in front and take knee to chest pose. Spread the toes, hug your knee in, stretch the front of your left leg, hug your right femur, create some good flexion in towards the right side of the hip. And then when we open up the leg, there'll be a little bit more blood flow and feeling of rejuvenation. And from here, take your strap, please, and take it around the right foot, same leg that you had bent, and take your hands and feed them down onto the middle of the strap and upper arms towards the mat, maybe it's slightly outside. And we'll start by reaching the foot and the strap into each other and grounding the right femur down. And then from here, if you would want it to stretch more into the upper body and incorporate a side body stretch and a midline hold, take your arms over your head and just kind of checking that the strap ends up somewhere into the middle of the foot, and then some good tension on the strap. And then we get a nice long stretch from hips to shoulders to elbows to wrists. And we'll stay for about 3 breaths in each pose today. So we'll descend into the layers of the right hamstring area, lower belly, around the knee, and slowly releasing and taking the strap to the side or behind you, and then taking your left knee in and extending your right leg forward and bending left knee in, right leg extends fully to the front and hugging your left knee in towards the chest. Full stretch for the right hip flexors, lower belly, quadricep. Closing off and grounding and rooting into the left femur and lower back, like opening up space for lower back, opening up circulation for the left hip. One more breath here. And then we'll take that left leg up to the sky and find our strap somewhere and taking it around the foot, feeding the hands down to the mat. So upper arms on the mat, hands holding on the strap, press the head, adjust your shoulder blades. Stretch into the back of your left leg, hamstring layers, knee, calf. And if we want to stay here, that's where we'll stay. And if you want to add on
A side body stretch. We'll take the arms over the head. Side body long. Extend your right leg. Extend your left leg. Pull the belly in. One more breath here. And slowly release the strap to the side. We are not going to use the strap anymore, so you're welcome just to take that strap to the side, bringing the knees all the way back in, taking your right knee back in, left leg extends out, and tipping your right knee over to the left side. Extend right arm to the side and come up and over for a crescent twist. 3 breaths here. Dropping your right knee towards the mat. Maybe it's on a block. Reaching your right arm out. One more breath. And slowly bringing it all the way back in. And switch, second side. Left knee in, right leg forward. And tipping your left knee over to the right side. And dropping your left arm out to the side. And we'll stay another nice long breath here. Checking the side body. Opening up into rotators, lower back. And then gently make your way all the way back to the center. And bring the knees back into the chest. And put your feet down onto the mat. Figure 4, right ankle over your left knee. And take your hands around hamstrings or left foot on a block if it's not available to lift up. Press your head, adjust the shoulder blades, active figure 4. The hands can be under the knee or certainly below in front. Anything that feels comfortable. Karate chop your right ankle into the left top of the knee and get a nice good traction onto the right side of your hip, the rotator's IT band. One more breath. And gently bringing it back down. And switch to the second side. Left ankle over the right knee. Hands around hamstrings, by the knee, getting the knee like a nice big lift. Active stretching, pressing ankle into top of the knee, bringing your right leg in towards your chest. There's some good turning going on into the left outer hip, to the IT band, rotators. Spread your toes, active legs. One more breath here. And slowly release and take your feet on each side of the mat and windshield wipe side to side, checking in with lower back, sacrum, and again, one each side. And then from there, take your knees back into the chest, and we have shoelace pose or upward facing Gomukhasana. Take your right leg high up onto your left. Take your hands either around hamstrings or feeding your hands down from the knees. Sacrum down, getting more IT band, more hips, more lower back, fixing around and moving energy into its right and whole place by arranging side of the hips, adductors, knees. Press your ankles into your hands, hands into ankles. Shins. I don't necessarily have my hands onto the ankles because I will cause like a uncomfortable feeling and sickle in the foot. So hands are like right above the ankle. One more breath here. And hands to the side. Keep your legs the way they are. Put your left foot down. Lift your hips and drop over to the left side for supine twisting. One more breath here. And undo your legs and make your way back onto your mat with your sacrum, and take your left leg high up onto your right. Bring your knees in, hands feeding down from below the knees, down towards the ankles, onto the shin bone, or anywhere around that. Sacrum down, press your ankles into your hands, hands into ankles, and cause some nice good muscle activation and active stretching. Spread your toes, sacrum down, shoulder blades down. One more breath here. And then from here, release your hands, take your right foot down, arms to the side, lift your hips, and we'll take our twist onto the second side, coming over onto your right side of the hip. Knees are crossed over. If it doesn't work, please do uncross your knees always. Twisting into the left side of the body, SI joint, lower back, lumbar spine, all the way up, feet all the way up to the shoulder. And we'll do one more breath here. And undo your legs and make your way onto your back. And from here, knees in towards the chest, and we're going to find our block. So let's find our block, and we're going to use it for bridge pose, taking the block either flat, medium, or tall way underneath the sacrum that we've been moving in different directions. So from here, tuck your toes under and lift your sacrum up and find your block underneath your sacrum and come to a supportive bridge pose where you get to elevate the hips, press the head, adjust the shoulder blades. And get a nice full front body stretch all the way from knees, definitely middle of the quads, up through the hip flexors, deep through the hips, lower belly, rib cage, opening shoulders. The neck is off the mat, shoulder blades and back of the head is on the mat. Neck is free and clear, being also nicely stretched and elongated. Chin is in, neck is long. Hips are lifted. One more breath here. And we make our way back up onto our toes and squeeze the glutes. Lift yourself off and take the block to the side. And then we can roll down vertebrae by vertebrae, or simply just coming all the way down. Take the block over to the side, knees into chest. As the knees comes in, extend your sacrum away so your lower back starts to lift off of the mat. So we get a nice elongated stretch for the lower back. And then from there, hands under the knees and roll your way up. And we're going to take child's pose. Big toes together and knees apart. Feel free to take a pillow or a bolster or something that makes maybe your back and knees more comfortable. If not, we'll take big toes together, knees wide apart, and take our arms forward. And we'll stay here for 3 nice long breaths. Checking in with our ankles, with our knees, that we have the right amount of weight. They should feel nice and stretchy in the knees, and a nice open feeling into the lower back. We'll stay one more breath. Hands by the shoulders. Make your way up to tabletop. Tuck the toes under. Bring your knees underneath your hips. Arch the spine to the sky. Top of the head towards the mat. And inhale. Extend out through the top of the head, tip of the tailbone, and come to neutral spine. We are going to take one downward facing dog. You don't have to if you clicked on this video because it said seated and supine only. We are going to take ourselves into down dog so we can come into pigeon with our right leg. So here we are in downward facing dog, pressing your right heel and your left heel. If pigeon facing down for you is not comfortable, please lay on your back and do another figure 4 that we did. And maybe this time around you put your hand below the knee. And if you follow along for pigeon, then we're going to take the right leg underneath us and take the right knee to the side and the left foot towards the left side of the mat. And here we are, bringing that right knee out towards the right side of the mat. You can tuck your back toes under and do a little check that your quad is down and heel is up. And then from there, making your way down onto forearms, onto blocks, prop up accordingly so you feel comfortable. The back toes can be flat or tucked. Extend out through the top of the head. Karate chop your right little toe side. And we'll stay another nice long breath here. And slowly take our hands back underneath the shoulders and step it back to downward facing dog. Walk about in your heels, in your ankles, in your hips. Any adjustments that you need to take before you come over to your second side. Left knee underneath your chest and come to pigeon pose with your left knee out to the side and the right ankle in towards the two options. It can be certainly parallel to your shin, to your knee, or I like to take my foot in slightly. So I have the knee at an angle to the left and the foot at an angle down to the right. Tuck your back toes under, do a little check that the quad is down and the heel is up, hamstrings are up, hips facing forward, and then we'll make our way down onto forearms and extend out through the top of the head. You can have your back toes tucked or elongate them, anything that feels comfortable. Dropping into the right outer hip, karate chopping your left little toe side and dropping into the left hip. The right front of the hip is being stretched. Quad, lower belly, left side hip flexors, left side rotators. There's a nice twist and turn to just about everything that we have over in the hip. The glutes, lower back, lumbar spine. And we'll take one more nice deep breath here, binding our upper and lower body parts together. And gently hands to the mat, and we'll step back to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And let's do our very last flow of this 20 video session of slow flow yoga. So here we are in downward facing dog and make our way over to plank pose. And from plank, take the knees down, take the chest down, elbows are hugging in. Low cobra, pull your chest forward and up. Tailbone down to the center of the heels. And exhale, take it back down, push back, child's pose just for one breath. And then from here, we're going to make our way back up and come to seated And take our feet wide apart pose, Upavishta Konasana, legs to the side at a comfortable angle, and taking our heels down, toes up, and inner knees wants to come down towards the mat. So we're sitting nice and even on our sit bones. And from here, take our arms to the side and take our peace fingers on the left hand around the left toe, big toe, and take the right arm up to the sky. We'll take a side body, take your hand behind the head and reach the hand and the head towards the back and open up into the whole right side of the waist, all the way from the hip, waist, lower back, spaces between the ribs. One more breath here, and extend your right arm all the way over and take it all the way back up to the center, and switch second side. Peace fingers around the right big toe, left arm up to the sky, hands behind the head, and press the hand into the back of the head and lifting up and lifting up. Stretching from your left side of the hip, lower back, through the ribs, intercostal layers, armpit, and one more breath. And reach your arm over. And slowly bring it all the way back to the center. And then we'll come forward for a forward fold, Upavishta Konasana. Please do bring your blocks in for forearms or head should it be needed. But we can also take it fully active and hug the heels down, toes up, squeeze the muscles around the legs, extend out through the top of the head. Nice long spine. Inner knees strongly pressing down. And at the very same time, there's a nice little opening into the back of the knees. And we'll give ourselves 3 breaths here. And slowly making your way all the way back up, hands underneath the knees, and come back to a comfortable seat. I'm going to sit on my block so that my knees are comfortably below my hips. So my hip flexors are relaxed, and maybe you would like to do that too. Crossing the ankles, knees below the hips. Seat is elevated. I'm sitting nice and tall on the sit bones, hands by the knees, and then we pull our hands in so that our hands are like 1/3 in on the thigh, and the elbows are underneath the shoulders. Our spine is nice and long, hips and shoulders are stacked, and then we'll drop our right ear towards the right shoulder and stretch into the left side of the neck. Making sure that we are targeting the spaces between the shoulder and the ear, the scalenes, levator scapula. One more breath. And then we'll bring it back up and come to the second side. Sitting nice and tall, taking the left ear to the left shoulder. Dropping into the right side of the neck, shoulder to ear. And slowly bringing it all the way back up to a comfortable seat, and checking in with our sit bones, with our spine. We're slightly anterior tilting into our hips, Spine is nice and long, shoulders are away from the ears. And we'll just summoning all of the practices from these 20 days of slow flow yoga and checking in if there's been any changes in our body. And if you jumped in for this practice alone, great, perfect. Take a few moments just to sit, quieting our mind, relaxing the muscles, relaxing the shoulders, the neck. And checking in that we are free, clear connection to heart of earth, rooted and grounded, and a free, clear connection to heart of source, to all that there is. We'll take one more nice deep breath. And then we'll bring our hands together in front of the heart and join our voices in one Om to close our practice for today.
Inhale for Om. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me here. And I look forward to seeing you in our next session. And please also feel free to visit my over 350 yoga classes, Pilates, harmonium, yin yoga sessions that I have here on YouTube. And subscribe if you haven't already, which helps my channel to spread and which also helps all of our friends to find us here on this channel and practice yoga together. I look forward to seeing you in our next session very much. So namaste for today and see you soon.